Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your bonus reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If you're watching this reading is meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. 9 of Cups. This is happiness. This is bliss. This is following your bliss. This is the dream that keeps on dreaming. This is the happiness that keeps on happening. This is satisfaction, abundance, and fulfillment on the physical and financial planes, the intellectual, emotional planes, and on the spiritual, creative plane. This is everything. This is you living a happy life. And I wish we could just talk about this card for half an hour and be done with it, because this is the best card. This is the happiest card, this side of the tarot pack. It's real nice. Yeah. Let's put it into some context. Where is this coming from? What are we doing that feels so good? Where is the optimism coming from? What are we channeling this into? What are you doing that feels like you're following your bliss? Let's take a look at some more cards, yeah? We've got our Hanged Man. Ah, okay. Interesting. Maybe it is through being of service to others that we're finding so much joy in life right now. We have an 8 of Pentacles. We have a Knight of Cups. We're following that bliss, right? That's kind of what we've been doing. We've been pursuing our passion. Ooh, 10 of Cups. And a Knight of Pentacles. It is through this hard work, it's through this commitment, it's through the struggle, it's through the self-sacrifice. You're sacrificing yourself to yourself. It's like Odin in the tree, I think this is really some happy news for you, Scorpio. I feel like some unexpected money is coming in for you as well, all right? But Spirit's telling you to keep an eye on your spending right now. Don't let it get out of hand. But at the same time, you spend your money wisely. You have to spend it, right? But not frivolously. You're spending it on things that really matter. And that's why we've got this Hanged Man, the sacrifice. The things that we have to sacrifice of ourselves, we're not just storing up energy. We have to invest it in things. We have to give our energy out and pursue things with this kind of passion and with this steadfastness if you're going to achieve the dream come true. Yeah. Spirit's saying that a big move might be happening in your life very soon. Yeah, a big change, either a change of living or a change of working conditions or situation. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now we're going to put the rest of our cards on the table here. A 10 of Pentacles. You got the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. I'm a little jealous. This is good. This is real good. You got the Moon card. You have the 8 of Wands and 2 of Pentacles. Yes, big change coming. Big, happy change coming for you. And it may be that you've been focused on doing what you do, sacrificing yourself, diving in to your efforts, to the real-time living of this happy life, not focused on results, not focused on just merely the consequences of your actions, but enjoying what you're doing. If this is the Hanged Man, you're diving into your life. It's not about the aftermath. It's not about the success. It's not about the wins. It's not about the product. It's about the process. Just so happens you're getting the product too, you know. It just so happens that all of this effort, and maybe it's because you're focused on that real-time immersion in what you're doing. You're here in the present moment. That you're sacrificing yourself. Maybe you skipped a meal. You know, you're putting in your energy. You're investing yourself into something for its own sake. And maybe it's because of that you're getting these really great outcomes as well. You know what I mean? That you weren't obsessed with the product or with the results. You weren't lusting after the results. You're immersed in the moment, doing something for its own sake. And then those rewards will appear. You see, it's kind of a trick. It's kind of a paradox. It's, you know, it's a bit of a riddle. But I think it's really, really, really good. Let's select our mystery card. Let's get this down on the table, and we'll dive into these cards one by one here. Here's Bubo, our mechanical owl, right on top of that mystery card, which we're not going to look at until the end, of course. It will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it in the comments. Okay, we can do it together as an exercise of intuition. Let's take a look around the room. Two major arcana energies. And these two major arcana energies by themselves, they look a little sinister, right? They look a little dangerous even. You are diving into this vast abyss of the unknown. You are immersing yourself into life with the understanding and the acceptance, no, the embrace of the uncertainty and unpredictability of life. You're saying, I don't know what the future holds. I don't care what the future holds. I'm immersing myself in my life right now. I am staying present, and the future will be what it will be. See, the moon card is the dark, scary forest. It's in the position of your environment. Your future is not certain. You don't know what will be the results of your efforts. And that's okay. In fact, we kind of like it that way. If I don't know, what's going to become of this, then I don't have any kind of personal bias. You know what I mean? It's kind of like now I can just do something for its own sake. I'm not worried about whether or not I'm going to get a paycheck at the end of it, or because if we're getting paid for something, and I think you are getting paid for it. If we're getting paid for something, then it's kind of like, okay, am I doing this just because there's a positive consequence? Or am I doing it because I want to be here and I want to be doing it? It's kind of like we ask ourselves, if I wasn't getting paid, would I still be doing this? I think it is a very, very blessed day when we can say, yeah, I would. The money's nice. The satisfaction is nice. The rewards and the accomplishment and the satisfaction, the fulfillment is nice. Real nice. I know I'm wearing out that reference. But to be able to say, even if it weren't for those rewards, I would still be doing this. I mean, that feels, to me anyway, that feels like a really, really good thing. And I got to be honest with you. That's how I feel doing these readings. Yeah, I'm on YouTube, and the channel is successful, and it's helping to support me and my family. This is my job, my business, But even if I wasn't getting paid, God forbid, I would still do this, because I've been reading tarot my entire life, almost. Feels like it. Over half of my life, anyway. I've been reading tarot, and I've been in love with these cards, and I've been doing and following this bliss and this passion of mine. That's kind of what our Knight of Cups is here in the background. You were doing this before you even got paid to do it. And if the money wasn't there, you would still be doing it. This is what is making you so successful. This is what is going to give you this wonderful life and the satisfaction, the fulfillment, and the payday. Because you're not doing it just for the money. And if the money wasn't there, you would still be doing this because this is your passion. Okay? And this is sort of the secret. You're getting the secret here. Okay? This has got to be one of the best readings that I've ever done because of these cards. The message here is absolutely clear. If this wasn't here, if this wasn't here, if this wasn't here, if this wasn't here, you would still be doing it. Right? This is a pretty straightforward thing. Let's look at that as a horizontal life path. Pursuing your passion. You've figured out what it is that you really love and want to do. You know, I'm reading some various books and stuff, and there's a surgeon who is talking about how even if he wasn't getting paid to do it, he would still want to be a surgeon, that he would still do it because that's how it feels, you know. And the hanged man is what we're willing to endure to continue to do what we love and what we feel passionate about, we feel is our calling, right? The late nights, the long hours, maybe I stayed up too late, I skipped a meal, all the sacrifices that we make in our lives to continue doing what we love, following our bliss. And this is the idea that we keep doing it, that we don't see an end. We don't see ourselves ever stopping. That we will not go gently into that good night, that we're going to be going into the future. We're not going to walk into the future. We are coming sliding into home base, We're not stopping until, of course, until we have no choice, you see. And that's our Prince of Pentacles here. The no end in sight. I'm going to do this until I can't do it anymore. Paycheck or no paycheck, this is what I love to do. I think it's very nice when we can also earn a living doing what we love to do, and perhaps have that 10 of Cups, that satisfaction, feeling like our life is full because of what we do, because we're pursuing our passion in a way that shows. You can tell when somebody is passionate about what they're doing. And you can tell when somebody is just doing it for the money. That is pretty obvious, right? That's pretty, I think it's blatant. And we all know people like that. And some people are doing it for no money. And you can see those people are passionate about what they're doing. And that's such a beautiful thing to see. And this is you doing it into the foreseeable future and not stopping. Even though the future's uncertain, we're not worried about the future. There's no concern for the future. The future is going to be what it's going to be. And in effect, what you're doing right now, the choices you're making right now in the moment, are affecting the future. Every thought, word, and deed in the present moment is creating your future. Who you're going to be, where you're going to be, and what you're going to be doing in the future. The only thing that matters is right now. The future doesn't matter because you're creating it right now in the moment. This is real karma, And so to have this moon card in the future position, or the environment, I guess, right? What's outside of you. Dark, scary forest all around you. Doesn't matter. You got your firelight right here. This passion burning in your heart right here, right now. Nothing else really matters. The future doesn't matter so much. The outcome or the consequences, they matter. You're not worried about them. Because you know that what you're doing right now is what you're supposed to be doing. The future is going to take care of itself. It matters, but you don't need to focus on it because it's going to be okay. If you do what you're supposed to do now, then the future is going to be fine. No worries, right? No worries. This is spectacular energy. My goodness. No swords cards whatsoever. Right? No sword. We got a little bit of fire over here. And this is a little bit of the obstacle, I think, but that as we'll see, that's a very good problem to have. We have, of course, our water. We don't have any air. And we got our earth. A lot of earth card. A lot of, really, honestly, it's a lot of water. And a lot of earth cards. A little bit of fire. And even the moon card and the hanged man are both very watery cards. This is pure water. And this is Pisces water. Okay? The dark unknown, the unconscious kind of thing, the dark scary forest. And then this is, of course, the water that we dive into. It could be very pleasant. It could be not so pleasant. It doesn't matter. We're doing what we feel called on to do. This is our calling in life. We have water to earth. Yeah. And a little bit of fire. The fire, let's talk about the fire. It's an 8 of Wands. It's in the position of the obstacle, the river card, the difficulty, the fear. And I said this is a very good problem to have because this is the idea of you've got a lot of energy and you want to do a lot of things in your life. You're not running out of gas. You're not running out of fuel. You're not running out of things that you feel passionately about. And I always say on this channel, it doesn't really, the focus of this is not about what you're doing, but how and why. So it's not that, for me, it's not like, oh, I'm reading tarot cards on YouTube, and even if the money dries up, I'm still going to be here on YouTube reading tarot. Yes, probably. But it's not about that particular act. It's about what you do with passion. And maybe, regardless of the money, you might feel your passions, your calling is taking you in a different direction. Well, that's okay. It's not about the money. It's about following your passion. And if you do that, fully trusting, fully accepting, fully open and vulnerable, things are going to work out fine. You see? So the 8 of Wands is us realizing that my passion, the fire burning inside of me, I tuck this in my tie or something, that fire burning inside of me can take me in any direction. It doesn't matter exactly. And that's part of our moon card too, the uncertainty of the future. The uncertainty exactly of how the path is going. It doesn't matter. I'm following this burning passion in my heart. And what I am literally doing in the details of what I'm doing may change. Following my passion. My passion might lead me to do different kind of readings in a different way, in a different place, a different time, a different space. Right? I don't see that happening. It doesn't matter. I'm here in the moment every day, and I'm doing this. And when I'm here doing this, I'm not thinking about yesterday or tomorrow. I'm not thinking about the money. I'm not thinking about, what may come in the future. I'm thinking about how it feels right now for me to be here doing this. And this is where I feel that burning passion. Yeah. And so this 8 of Wands is saying that as long as you feel that, life can take you in many different directions, and that's the way it's supposed to be. So you may find yourself doing many different things, maybe adding on more things. Things are changing. The physical world, that's the thing about it, is that it's always in flux. It's always changing. I may do YouTube for the next 30 years. Beyond that, who knows? And in those 30 years, I might be doing other things too. I'm trying to do a website. I'm trying to do the educational courses. I'm trying to do the book reading stuff. I just lost my fire. And so it's going to take us in a lot of directions. So let's not just think, let's not pretend that it has to be just one thing and we force ourselves to do it no matter what. Life can take you in many directions. Your fire can take you in many different directions. And again, you have that burning fire in you, and that's a good problem to have, because it's going to take you in a lot of different places. But we see here that even if the money isn't there, this is what we still are going to be wanting to do. That's sort of the criteria. But that doesn't mean that you have to force yourself to stay in one particular, vocation forever. Okay, so I want to make sure that's clear. I think that's why we got that little bit of fire energy there in that position. That's a very good problem to have. Now, the Eight of Pentacles down here beneath everything is a couple of things. One, reminding us to slow down in all of your sacrifice and your passion and your following your bliss and pursuing your passions and answering the calling of your life. You've got to remember to take things slow, to be careful, to take care of yourself. Yeah, we're trying to grow and build up our lives and our souls in the right way. Very strong. We want a life that is going to last. So this is making sure that you take care of your physical self so that you can be following your passion well into your 90s and 100s and 110s. Okay? Well into your 200s, And so we have to be very mindful of ourselves, our bodies, physically. Okay? And take care of yourself. Really take care of yourself. And also we have to make sure that the life that we're building, that we take care of that. That we do focus on these foundational things, that we try to build something up in life that's going to last. That's going to support us. Maybe it's financially, that we make sure that we try to build something strong that's going to provide for us for a long time. We're building a business. We're building a life. I think really this card is about paying attention to the details and making sure that we treat our lives sort of like you would treat a business. A business that you love, that you care about it because it's yours. That we have policies in our lives. We have standards and rules and expectations of quality, that we treat things in that very professional way. We treat our lives like they matter because they do, And this is something I learned very late in life. That's why you haven't seen me on YouTube for, I started maybe almost 3 years ago. Before that, no. I didn't treat life that seriously. I never had goals, really. I never had, I followed my passions, but I never had this sense of really paying attention to the details and trying to build something up in a business-like way. You see? And then you got your Knight of Cups here. This is you really following that passion. I think that you've been following this passion for a long time here. There's an elephant as an important symbol for you. I don't know what it is. A white elephant, trunk is raised up. Yeah, I don't know if that is maybe a figurine or a porcelain kind of thing that you have maybe on the mantle. Something like that, right? Also, there's a lawyer in your family. And I feel like you have, you've got one of those, not maybe a little cactus, like a succulent in like a little white pot somewhere in your house, right? You may have many of those, but I feel like there's one special one. Yeah, it's not too big. It's got the white little jar thing. You've been following this passion of yours, I think, for a long time. And I think that it really means something to you. And I think it has already taken you in a lot of different directions. And I think that you can probably acknowledge that when you've been focused on your passion, regardless of the outcome, regardless of the money, regardless of the consequences, life has been better. It's when you started to get sort of concerned with the other goals, that things haven't felt as good. When we're too worried about the money, when we're doing something because we need the money, then there's a lack of real satisfaction there. In my life, and I've had a lot of jobs in my life, and those jobs were never things that I felt passionate about, I think, until now. They were for the money, because I needed the money. And it wasn't a satisfying life. And I looked elsewhere for things to satisfy me. I used to drink a lot and that sort of thing. I don't anymore. Because I wasn't following my passion. I was doing something just for the money. I needed the money, yeah. I had to pay rent, you know. There's a lack of satisfaction in that. And blessed is the one that can do both. That can follow the passion, and then the money is there too. I think if we love something enough, we put in the work, we sacrifice, we follow that passion for its own sake, the money will be there. But you also have to do things well and with business way to make sure that happens, you know? If you're following your passion and you're just in your house playing music by yourself, writing songs, you're following your passion, but you're not really doing things in a way that's going to facilitate the growth of the thing, right? You know, we can't wait for somebody to come and just walk down the street in front of our house and hear us playing our song and come in and give us $1 million, you know? I don't know if that happens. I doubt it. We have to take the initiative. We have to put ourselves out there. We have to think of it and take it seriously as something that really, you know, let's do it in the right way. Let's make it grow. Let's contribute to it in that way. I think the Ten of Cups is that real satisfaction, real satisfaction. It's fulfillment. It's a life that we're kind of living the dream. You know, it's a dream come true is what this is. It's a satisfaction that this is, I think, the real goal. The goal is not the finances. I think the finances, like we see over here, are just kind of a side effect, almost in a way, an unintended consequence of what you're doing. What you really want is to live the dream, to fulfill your life, to feel that you are following your passion wherever it leads you in this kind of direct and committed way. Even if this path is going to have a lot of twists and turns, that's okay. This is that fulfilling life. A very fulfilling life. Yeah. Spirit saying you've been dealing with some shoulder pain, and there's also an issue with your eye. And I don't know what is that, if it's a glaucoma thing. I got glaucoma in my family too. I feel like you're having an eye issue lately. Yeah. The Prince of Pentacles is this commitment that we have, that no matter what happens, we're showing up every day and we're doing the thing if we feel that passion. Now, of course, let's not mistake this for pleasure. Not every day is going to be a happy, chipper day, cheerful, you know. And that's part of the Hanged Man energy too, that we are committed to something, immersing ourselves into something because we do feel the passion for it. It doesn't mean that every day is going to be easy, that every day is going to be pizza and ice cream. I wish that it were. And that's kind of like with the surgeon. You know, the surgeon says, even if I'm not being paid, I would be here doing this. I may not be able to do it for as long because I got to go actually make money too, but I would be here doing this. And that surgeon is going to have bad days. You're going to be on your feet for a long time. You're going to have, you know, a difficult surgery, complications. You know, there's going to be a lot going on. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like eating a bowl of ice cream. But it's going to have that deeper sense of joy. And so this is us committing and staying and showing up for something, even on those days where it doesn't feel good in that pleasant, sort of immediately gratifying way. Because the Hanged Man is diving in. The water is sometimes warm, sometimes too hot, sometimes too cold. Yeah. We're committed. Now, as we talk about the path of the serpent, please smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. It's free to do so, and it supports the channel, and I appreciate that. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles, wealth. This is your feeling of being wealthy. This is your feeling as if your life is successful, that you're doing the right things and you're making a success out of things. That you've taken the raw materials that you've been given in life and you're creating something that's worthwhile. You're creating something that has value. According to you, to your standards. This is, it's objective wealth too. But this is really the way it's a subjective feeling because it's your general energy. That you feel wealthy. You feel that this is, that there is value in the life that you're creating. Okay. Now, Spirit's telling me that there's a maternal energy that's very close to you in life. You're very close with a mom kind of energy. Yeah. I don't know if mom has passed into spirit yet or not, but that mom energy is real close to you. Real close. Yeah. And for some reason, you have a lot of unopened packages, maybe for the holidays or something, but a lot of boxes, it's like from Amazon or something. That's like there's a stack of boxes that you haven't opened packages. Yeah. Anyway. Sometimes that 10 of Pentacles is the accumulation of resources. You know, that you're building up your life in this very organic, very strong and steady growth kind of way. You're building up your life into something that you find to be tremendously valuable. I think other people do as well. But that doesn't matter so much. What matters is that you feel that what you're doing is valuable and is worthwhile. I think this is also talking about the money. The money's nice. Yeah, the money's nice. And I think that your financial situation is greatly improving. Whatever its current conditions are, greatly improving. Okay. The moon card in the environment is always this feeling that there is a dark, scary forest out there. And, you know, what are we supposed to do with that? Well, we're supposed to let it be what it is. We can't really ignore it, nor can we obsess over it. We can be the light. And the light is always here, right now in the present moment. The light is not in the past or in the future. The light is right here. And we're going into the future sort of by staying in the present. And we are the light. Okay? I think also there's been something, a relationship that's been sort of confusing to you, where you're not really sure where you stand with somebody. That's going to clear up. You're going to get that clarity in that situation. Okay? Also, Spirit's saying that you have a secret. I don't know what your secret is. Maybe I don't want to know, but Spirit's saying there's a secret there for you. There's also a strong connection with your dreams. Spirit's telling you to start a dream journal or to consult your dream journal. Because I just see an open journal and you're writing in it. So either continue to do that, start doing that, review what those dreams have been, stay connected with your unconscious. Okay? I think the dream life, your imagination, your kind of spontaneous, free-flowing, free association imagination is very important, especially now. Okay. The Eight of Wands, we talked about that. And that being this kind of the many different directions that your passion may take you. And passion, when we say your passion, I don't just mean your passion for blank. I mean that energy, that passion energy is going to take you into many different things. Maybe you're going to be a chef. Maybe you're going to be an artist. Maybe you're going to be a tarot reader. Maybe you're going to be an entertainer. Maybe you're going to care for animals. Wherever that passion leads you, your passion is not just one thing. I have a passion for blank. Well, that blank can change very often. Okay, and it very often does. And part of that Two of Pentacles, is that change, is the way that our paths are going to change. But the common thing that stays true throughout your entire life, if you, as far as your reading goes anyway, is that you will always be following your passion, even when the details of that expression, the medium through which you express or fulfill your passion, may change. But you're getting a heck of a lot of rewards for this passion, okay? I want to look at the mystery card. I kind of want another major arcana energy. So I'm thinking Empress. Yeah. Maybe Wheel of Fortune. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Let's see what we have. Another Two of Pentacles. Yeah, so perhaps now the course of your life, the details of where your passion is flowing might be changing. But that does not change the flow that we talked about with these energies. This is always the right path, even when the details may change. Does that make sense? I do think a big change is coming soon. And it could be really a big change in your financial situation, a big change in the scale of what you're doing, or sort of the medium through which you're doing it. It could be like you're hitting a really big breakthrough. You're really getting this great big opportunity to sort of level up what you're doing. Could be going professional, getting that record deal, really getting published, like really making it to the big time. Yeah. And that's sort of an unintended consequence of what you're doing. You're not saying, okay, I want to make $1 million. What should I do to make $1 million? Oh, I know. I'll go be a rock star. And then you force yourself into the rock star role, and very obviously that you're not meant to be there, Or you just say, what do I really want to do? What's really going to be sad? What's my passion? I know right now I feel so passionate about being a rock star. I'm going to be the best rock star I can be. And then, lo and behold, you get the record deal, you get the $1 million. And it's like, well, I wasn't planning on that, but I'll take it, thank you. So I like this. I think it's good. We're going to do an extended reading. We're going to dive into the I Ching. We're going to do some of the oracle cards. I hope you'll stick around for the extended. There's a link in the corner if you want to check it out. Okay? I hope you do. New readings for Scorpio on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.